LeBrack. Let me see what LeBrack talking about. First of all, let me say I appreciate you, LeBrack. Thank you for the 50 ball. There are some foul people in your comment section that need to be checked. They set up the Kwame Brown thing. He didn't say anything about you. He critiqued the video of you and Corey. Your chat came in and lied to you. Now Kwame is beefing with you. So you're saying that we got some agents, huh? Interesting. LeBrack, are you saying that I got agents in here that are sowing seeds of discourse? If that be the case, you said he right about that, Lonnie Clark? All right, well, let me go ahead and issue a formal apology then. Let me go ahead and issue a formal apology. Because if that be the case, then me lashing out, you ban some people from the Discord too? Okay. Well, if that be the case, and me having to lash out, let me tell you something. When somebody says something foul about certain things, and so I might have jumped the gun then if that's the case. I might have jumped the gun. All right. I don't have time to watch 6-hour live streams. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have time to do certain things. What I did see, though, I'm going to
hold on. So if you don't have time to watch, I can understand, because Anton is a very, very busy person. I mean, he's making content, it seems like, around the clock. He really is chasing bags, right? The hat and his organization, Bag Chasers, it makes sense. But my thing is, why would you respond to something without even understanding or fully seeing the clip? If before I respond to anything, especially during this time when Anton is under a lot of scrutiny, I would at least find the clip. As soon as somebody sent that to me, hey, somebody's talking about you on here, I'm like, okay, well, send me the clip. Send me the clip, or whose channel is it on, so I can find it before I make any type of response. And for Anton to hold himself in such high regard as being this intellectual person who's, oh, I play chess, not checkers. But you jump out of the window as soon as your feelings get hurt, or as soon as somebody razzles you, as soon as you get triggered, instead of calming down and thinking logically, which you say that you do. You hold yourself to this standard of doing that. But you jump out the window and just make a video about Kwame Brown without even understanding what he's saying. You know, we're gonna get Kwame's video next. We're gonna get his response next.
what I did see. I did see somebody that used to be on my Wednesday night shows on there saying foul shit, and that was it. And so it's cool. Listen. If I jump the gun, then I'm man enough to say that I jumped the gun, and I shouldn't have. And so let me take responsibility for that. However, what I do think happened is that I also probably brought out what people was really thinking, but they wasn't saying it until I jumped the gun. So it is my fault and my responsibility if that's the case. If he hadn't said anything up to that point, then that's my fault, and I apologize for that. But what I also notice is that people, this is the thing that I don't like. Let me tell you what I don't like. I don't like when people attack the people around me and they don't keep it on me.
But see, this is what I'm talking about, man. Now big bad Anton, who's been presenting himself such for the past probably years, now he's trying to say, you trying to make rules for how this metaphorical war is gonna go. You can't make rules to this. If you jump out there, see, this is why people don't really engage with a lot of drama, especially men. If you are willing to jump out there, and I'm sure that Anton knows that, if you're willing to jump out there and put your neck on the line, then you have to understand that whoever is close to you, nobody is safe. Corey Holcomb got Mika. and he got your children. Now Kwame and your wife. Now Kwame is gonna come out here. He might not go as far as Corey, but you're still drumming up drama after your child and your wife have already been in the crosshairs of the bullets of someone's mouth. The talking rhetoric that someone is aiming at you, they will easily say, you know what I'm gonna do? You know how I can really knock him off his totem? I'm gonna talk about his kids and his wife. Because now I know that gets him razzled. You come up here and then you lie about your daughter having to do all of these things. You gotta go to therapy and get pulled out of school. Come on, like, be for real. Be for real, Anton. And I like Anton. I really do. I'm not trying to get on him, but the only thing I'm trying to say is Anton is making this worse. He is making this worse by attacking people who didn't even say anything really about him. If what you said about your daughter is true, you shouldn't even be making videos right now. You shouldn't even be on live. You have more than enough money to take a couple days off. More than enough to go to therapy with your daughter. If you are in fact going there, go to therapy with your daughter. Get away from social media. Let things cool down, die down, and then come back a week later after you have a nice vacation and your wife is good and your child's good. And then you guys carry on. But you don't do that, Anton, because this is just my opinion, you have a God complex and you always think you're right. You always think that you are up above. You never take accountability. And I've seen it on your own show. On your own show, you do not take accountability. And that's a very, very dangerous thing to do.
I go off on people, whether I'm right or wrong, I'm going at them. When I go off on people,
and that's not true.
I go at them.
That's not true. I'm sorry to keep stopping, but that's not true. Anton, how many times we have video footage of you talking about other people's kids? You don't just go after the mother. You have talked about other people's kids. You call them dirty. You call them snot nose. You call them all kinds of just derogatory terms. And now you get a little piece of it and you can't take it. But don't lie and say that you only go after the people that you have to beef with, because that's not true. You've gone after children before on multiple occasions.
Somebody attack my daughter, wife, any of that type of stuff. It don't matter what I did.
It does.
It don't matter what I did.
Yes, it does.
Because for me, the rules of engagement is you keep family out of it.
For you, is it like that?
So for me, like, again, the rules of engagement is that you keep family out of it. Unless they are a content creator or unless they doing all of that, then, you know what I'm saying? If they just regular civilians, you keep regular civilians out of it. So for my part, LeBrack, based off of what you're saying, I apologize for that. But I'm not cool with people saying the wildest shit that they say. And so I'm gonna just leave it at that. All right. It's a new week. I'm trying to be nice guy today.
Oh my gosh.
You said my rules, not everybody else's. Yeah, I got some rules that I'm gonna implement on some people too. Oh, trust me. Listen. If you thought that I was playing this cool, and this don't have nothing to do with Kwame, whatever. If you thought that the rules that y'all, the streets said was the rules that we were supposed to play by, that those was the only rules, cool. Listen, every reaction has another reaction, has another reaction, has another reaction. And so at some point, somebody gonna have to say, hey man, let's just move on. But until then.
So he's basically saying, he said somebody else is going to have to say, let's move on. So he's saying that he's willing to take it, to go the distance with it. Even though you just said that your daughter has been attacked and she's going through all of these things. Not only that, they talked about your wife, but even still, he's going to say, if somebody else is going to have to say it. So he doesn't have the enough gumption. He doesn't have enough tact. He doesn't have the initiative to end it while this is just a big mess. At this point, everything that's going on is just a mess. But the good thing is something new happens every single day. If Anton will just go away and just chill, or just cover the regular news how he always does and give nothing else any credence, he'll be fine. But he's not going to do that. We all witnessed this. Him saying that somebody else is going to have to say, let's move it along. Because his crying daughter that he says is crying and emotionally distraught, his emotionally distraught daughter is not enough for him to say, I'm going to leave this alone and bow out gracefully.
For my next three acts, until it goes away, then it's just up from there. All right? Because the minute that somebody attacks my underage daughter, that's different. So cool.
I don't know what Anton is talking like Lex Luthor at this point. He's talking in riddles like a Batman villain. I don't know what's going on. But guys, that's it for today's video. Comment down below. Do you think Anton is right for going the distance and trying to, I guess, get some get back for them messing with his daughter? Do you think he's right about the Kwame Brown thing? Like, do you think that apology was a sincere apology for Kwame Brown? To me, I do think that the apology was sincere. I do. But will Kwame Brown take it that way? I don't know. That's it for today's video. If you want another one, click this one in your top left or the top right, the Kwame Brown video. His reply to Anton should be one of those videos. That's it. And I will see. Oh, hit that like button for me. It costs you nothing. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really mean that. That's it. And I will see you on another video.